Knoxville Raceway is known as the sprint car capital of the world, but as the sun sets here, it'll set on the best dirt late model racers in the country. 2 reigning champs, the World of Outlaws, and the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And then the Rebel that wants to knock both of them off the pedestal is looking for a hat trick here this weekend. It's all about 100 laps, $40,000, and it's all next. Welcome to the heartland of America. We're here at Knoxville Raceway in Knoxville, Iowa for the 7th running of the Lucas Oil Knoxville Late Model Nationals. It is a clear, crisp fall evening with temperatures dipping down into the 50s, and there's $40,000 on the line here for whoever can win at the end of 100 laps. 2 nights of racing have already been completed. The best of the best are in the house chasing the big money. Ken Stout, Rob Klepper, ready to call all the action here for you. This is one of the big ones, man. You want to say you've won this one at least once? Scott Bloomquist? He's already done it twice.
Yeah, only one driver to win this race twice, folks. But so far this week, it's been about one driver, and he goes by the name of Mr. Smooth. He won the first 2 nights. We're going to show you highlights from that in just a little bit. But this has really turned into just a monster event in dirt late model racing. You look at the World 100, the Dream, the Prelude, the Show Me, the Diamond Nationals, the Colossal, the World Finals, the Knoxville Late Model Nationals. It is a race that these guys want to put on their mantle. You mentioned $40,000 to win, a $250,000 purse, a lot of money up for grabs, and the best of the best drivers from coast to coast are here tonight.
Well, the racing has been intense, to say the least. Keep in mind, you take your best points earned either Thursday or Friday, not a combination, and you take those points, and hopefully they're good enough to get you into the A-Main on tonight, Saturday night. So we're going to show you highlights from the A-Main on Thursday night. Hold on, it was a good one.
A very fast racetrack, night number 1 here at the Dirt Late Model Nationals at Knoxville Raceway. Early, though, it was Kid Rocket in the 1, Josh Richards, and Tim McCready, former winner. They've gone side by side before, but here come Billy Moyer in the 21, the 44 of Earl Pearson Jr., Scott Bloomquist up front as well. All the big dogs were here on night number 1.
Earl Pearson Jr. and Billy Moyer would put on quite a show, but Billy Moyer eventually put the number 21 out front and would hang on for the lead in Thursday night's A feature. Keep in mind, it is all about points, and qualifying points are just as important as winning an A-Main. 200 points to be the number 1 qualifier, 200 points to win the A-Main, also 100 points available to win your heat race. So it's all about the points throughout the entire evening. Scott Bloomquist was on top after Thursday night. Now let's go to Friday night's highlights.
Once again, the track was lightning fast early. You see the 1 of Will Vaught on the top shelf, Kid Rocket, Josh Richards as well. It was trouble, though, for Will Vaught, but not trouble for Mr. Smooth, the all-time winningest driver behind the wheel of the dirt late model here at the sprint car capital of the world. Billy Moyer getting it done one more night in a row here at Knoxville.
Yeah, maybe the big surprise was Kelly Bowen out of Henderson, Colorado, who came out here and certainly made a name for himself as well as he finished 2nd. But Billy Moyer was the man on back-to-back nights, already picking up $14,000. Scott Bloomquist would hang on to that points lead after Thursday night's effort of 488. That's good enough to put him on the pole. And our gang in the pit ready to go.
Well, Billy Moyer has had a weekend of all drivers wish for. Billy, you had 2 great qualifying nights. You start in the front row of tonight's feature. Tell us about your chances to get your first late model nationals win.
Well, everything's going good so far. We just hope everything holds together for 100 laps. The car's been great. The motor's been great. A lot of hometown people here that I grew up with come to watch us, and you know, a lot of my sponsors are right here close, so you know, hopefully we can have a good show and be here at the end of 100 laps.
This one would mean a lot to you. Tell us how much this win would really mean to you. This one, you haven't gotten this one before.
Well, I haven't. It'd be sweet. You know, we would really like to have this to add to our accomplishments. I guess it's this race we've always missed a little bit for some reason. I mean, we've been on the podium a lot of times, but just haven't got to the number 1 slot. So hopefully tonight we have everything right.
Well, guys, he's won 23 times this summer. Looking for his 24th feature win. Tonight could be that night. Let's go to Dave Argabright.
Thanks, Tony. He's one of the dominant figures in the sport today. He's also a 2-time and defending champion of this event. Scott Bloomquist, you've exerted a great amount of preparation for this weekend. Give us an assessment of your confidence level 1 to 10 going into tonight's race.
Let's give it a 9. You know, I mean, confidence is big. You know, the racetrack, what it does. I think we can roll with about anything. I just hope that we hit the right thing for the end of the race, you know, and predicting what's going to happen at the end of the race is going to be the key.
You know, it's been a great downturn in temperatures, very chilly. Everybody's got their cars covered up, trying to keep warm. Is the cool weather going to have any effect at all on tonight's race?
It'll have a little effect on the tires and how long it takes them to come in, but everybody will be on pretty much the same thing. So, you know, it's whether you want to run new tires or a little older tires, or, you know, that might have a little something to do with it, but you know, it's just nice that it's cool enough. The engines will stay cold and the track will stay a little faster longer. It's going to make for a good race.
Let's go back upstairs to Ken and Rob.
Thanks a lot, guys. We'll certainly look forward to that. And, of course, he was doing a little preparation on Friday night as well. Let's talk about this event.
The Lucas Oil 411 tonight. We'll see a 15-lap C main event. The top 4 will transfer onto the back of the B main, which will be 20 laps in distance. The top 6 finishers in the B main will, of course, go to the back of the A main. 100 laps here on the half mile. $40,000 going to the winner.
It'll be a wild night, to say the least. And when there's $40,000 on the line, an event as big as this one, it brings the best out. We also have a great crowd on hand to watch all the action. We're going to make some history, and when we come back, we'll get started with that C main you just spoke of, Mr. Klepper. We've got a lot of racing yet to do. Stay with us. This telecast is being brought to you by Lucas Oil Products, made in America, sold to the world, and by E3 Spark Plugs with Diamond Fire technology. Welcome back to Knoxville. We're going to kick things off here with the C main. 15 laps in length. John Duty will be on the pole here. Ricky Frankel will be on the outside. These guys have their work cut out for them. It's going to be very tough to get up to the back of the B, and if you can get there, good luck, because it's going to be even harder to get to the back of the A. Yeah, some names in there. Jeep Van Wormer, of course, in the 55, and the young kid from California, Tyler Reddick. This starts the alphabet soup. If you can go from the C to the A, you've done something here tonight at Knoxville. Yeah, and it'd be really good to see Tyler, who has had a bit of a tough weekend so far, work his way up in there. We've seen him following the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. A 14-year-old kid has a bright future in front of him. Bringing him back around this long half-mile track. Stand on the throttle, and here we go. John Duty in the 5 car using that low line off turn 2. If you're good off the bottom of turn 2, you're going to be good here tonight as we go on board with our leader, Ricky Frankel, in the 33F from Quincy, Illinois. Certainly a place where you can really stretch one of these things out. If you've got horsepower under the hood, you'll be able to use it here this weekend. It is cool and crisp out here. You can make maximum horsepower. You can leg one out here on this huge racetrack. A great battle going right there. Oh, yeah! That's what it's all about, man. We're hanging it out already. Kerry Hansen in the 25, 2 times has made the A-main here at the Knoxville Dirt Late Model Nationals. In the 5 car, Fryer has the left front in the air. A tacky, fast, hook 'em up type racetrack here tonight at Knoxville. You got to put your foot down and not lift to get around the half mile here tonight. Hansen and DeFrance, 3rd and 4th. That's 5th, 6th, and 7th. Keep in mind, these guys are fighting to get up there to have a crack at that transfer position. They're only taking 4 here out of the C. Former Nebraska State champion Mike Wallace in the 8, followed by Joel Callahan from nearby Dubuque, Iowa. Currently 2nd in the points at Dubuque Speedway there. Callahan in that 40 car. And again, they got to get to the front in a hurry. When this track is this tacky, this fast, it makes it difficult to pass and get to the front. By the way, I love Mike Wallace's numbers on that car, the 8 ball, so pretty cool there. A little old school action happening. Are looking pretty decent right there. The problem is when you get the leaders stretched out on a track this big, it is hard to catch them as we go back up to the front. Ricky Frankel made his first A-main last year, finished 17th at the Knoxville Dirt Late Model Nationals. Now trying to fight his way into the back of the B-main, but here comes the 5 of John Duty, the driver from Oregon. A little tight there, but Frankel really pushed up high. On board with John Duty, courtesy of E3 Spark Plugs, finished 6th in the C-main Thursday as well as Friday night here at Knoxville. Just past the halfway mark here, 8 laps in the books. And of course, it's all about the transfer spot. As you can see, this huge track here, these guys have a little bit of breathing room. We go back to the battle. There's a great battle going on for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Those guys are trying to work their way up to Fryer, who's a good bit ahead of them right now.
Daryl DeFrance in the 99, Mike Wallace in the 8, Joel Callahan in the 40. The battle for 5th and 6th as the laps wind down here in tonight's C-Main. DeFrance, a 3-time IMCA national champion, as Callahan working that low line off turn 2 to the inside of Mike Wallace.
Yeah, Mike Wallace, you can see him actually get out of the throttle, and it'll plant the front end because the car is just too tight. It's pushing up through the center of the turn, so he gets out of the throttle, sets the front end a little bit, tries to get it to rotate, has to get back in the throttle, and of course all that cost him some time and now a position.
Still Ricky Frankel out in front. John Duty runs in second. Kerry Hansen now has taken third from Mike Fryer. So that is the battle for third as they head down into turn 1. Hansen in the yellow 25, Fryer in the 5M right behind him.
And both of those guys just need to be smart and hang on to the position. I don't think we'll see a battle now since he's taken the spot away. Obviously a little bit quicker here at this juncture in the race, but the last thing they want to do is get the racing each other really hard for that final position.
Thursday night for Hansen, finished 23rd in the B main, did not make the A main on Friday either, finished 19th in the B. So has his work cut out for him. And that's the thing about this event. It's all about points. You have to make those preliminary night A mains to have a shot to get into the A main and the big money here on Saturday.
And we've got a great battle developing here. This is for the lead. Frankel in the 33 car out front. Wow, and Duty with a huge run on him right there.
I don't know if something happened to the 33, kind of slow in the back straightaway, but John Duty, the right place, the right time, out of Oregon, takes over the lead.
Frankel has dropped back quickly. I'm wondering now if he can hang on to one of those top 4 spots with just 2 laps to go. Duty driving away from him now, well out front.
John Duty has made one A main here at the Knoxville Dirt Late Model Nationals, finished 14th back in 2008. If he can make it around here on this final lap, he will find his ticket into the B main. Have a lot of stout cars to pass to try and get to the show here tonight.
Well, he's looking just fine. Frankel was the concern. John's doing a great job here. He's going to bring it around. Congrats, he will win the C main and move up into the back of the B main.
Yeah, there's Mike Fryer, your 4th and final transfer spot. So Fryer holds on, and we'll move on to the back of the B. So John Duty picks up the win here in tonight's C main event out of Portland, Oregon. A long tow. His alphabet soup will continue. Ricky Frankel, Kerry Hansen, and Mike Fryer move on to the back of the B. Joel Callahan, the first driver to not make it in.
Well, there's always some big stars in the house, and Dave Argerbright's with one.
Ryan Newman, first of all, I got to give you props. You had a great heat race here on Thursday night. You don't get a lot of chance to run these cars. Does it take a while to get the hang of it?
It did for me. We started off really tight in qualifying and practice, and never got a good qualifying run, which really hurt us for the points perspective to get into the show tonight. But just working with the car, working with Francis. We really had, the last couple times we've been here, we had a bunch of motor problems. So it was the first time we really got to get a good 12 laps in, and tonight the B main we'll get some more laps in hopefully. Just the more I run, the more comfortable I feel, and the more we got a chance to work on the car with what I think is right and what I think I need.
You know, I know you're here to have fun, but you also want to win and you want to do well. Is it possible to do both?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we drove from the last row to 4th. I think Lanigan was the only one that kind of gave us a spot there when he had the motor issue there in that heat race. So we've got the capabilities, and obviously the A main's going to be tougher, but we'll see. We got Francis's help here, so we'll see what we can do with this Gillette Chevy.
Well, he's going to give us something to watch in that B main, Ryan Newman.
Well, the fans here are having a great time, but they are bundled up as the temperatures drop down into the 40s. It's going to be a chilly night, but a great race. Stay with us.